so I was walking to work and I saw these guys park their cars in the middle of the street, get out, run at each other, and then 2 bystanders had to grab them and hold them back from they just really wanted to kiss.
Oh
my gosh.
But and ultimately they did.
Yeah. They were too strong.
Well, the bystanders, there was such energy and passion behind it. The bystanders were sure that they were going to start beating the crap out of each other, but they just wanted to smooch. So
one big smooch and then done.
Yeah, they both got in their cars and drove separate ways. So
and drove off. That kind of reminds me. What's the worst business idea that Jerry has ever advised you to invest in, Gabe?
Well, this was last year. He pitched me on this this business where basically you take pictures and you upload it to the cloud. And then, a lot of things do that, right? Mm-hmm. But this thing would put all of those pictures on a DVD and send it to you every month so that you could throw the DVD away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it didn't work.
Didn't work.
That
no one liked
business. People didn't like throwing DVDs away.
No, they liked that part of it. They didn't like paying for the DVDs that they were throwing away.
Yeah, because you can usually get those pretty easily. You don't usually have to pay too much.
These
honestly,
days,
you might even get paid to get some DVDs.
Yeah, well, that's why it was such a bad deal. We had to actually pay the people to take the DVDs at a certain point. So,
well, that's just all downhill after that.
That's a lot of overhead. Caleb, what about you? Worst business that Jerry ever convinced you to invest in?
Well, got a call from Jerry one morning, picked up the phone, took the call, was talking to him, and he explained to me that bearded dragons were the next big thing. He said,
"Those are those lizards?"
They're lizards. Kind of reptile. I don't know if it's a lizard.
Jerry and his lizards.
Yeah. He said, "Listen, Caleb, this is going to be a big opportunity. You don't want to miss out on it. These things are going to be big. This is the Funko Pop of pets," is what he told me. And so I took his advice, put all this money into it. I even started breeding some of my own. And I realized pretty quickly that just in my own experience with them, that these were not going to be the Funko Pops, but I think the Beanie Babies of pets.
Oh, man.
In that they do retain a lot of rice.
Yeah.
In there, if you feed them rice, they don't digest rice very well,
and their heads are not nearly as wobbly. They were wobbly.
Mine were
okay.
Yeah, mine were really wobbly.
Oh, so they were kind of like Funko Pops a little bit. Do Funko Pops have wobbly heads, or am I thinking of
Funko Pops? You're thinking of
they're just
bobbleheads.
Yeah.
I think you are thinking of bobbleheads.
Yeah,
Funko Pops are funky and cool.
But I will say that.
How are you doing, Caleb? Are you okay?
I'm doing great.
If you think, okay, I just
no. Oh,
what
right.
We've talked about with Funko Pops.
No, my point in saying it was dissecting the name.
Okay,
Pop is like cool, popular.
Okay,
and then Funko is like a weird way, a cool way of saying funky. So then you could say Funko Pop.
Funko Pop.
So their heads are the too wobbly to be Funko Pops.
Okay,
but wobbly enough to be a Beanie Baby. They do not smell good, and they're a lot of hassle. And
I was gonna say, I bet that one thing Beanie Babies have over bearded dragons is that that you could kind of put them under in a container under your bed and forget about them.
Right.
But if you do that with a bunch of lizards,
or
reptiles,
you
might have some problems.
It's not as good. I did do that.
You did
with one batch of them, and they did turn out not so good.
Yeah. They lose their value, unlike Beanie Babies.
It's something where you're like, oh right, these should be alive.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm sad about it. The fact that it was not a good investment.
Right, you lost all that money.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
He convinced me. I don't know what I was thinking, to invest in this company called Dolphin Rich Tuna. It was tuna that was actually that really bragged about how much, their dolphin drowning nets and everything they were. So I lost a lot of money. I lost $30,000.
Whoa.
Today on the show, season 1, episode 5, the final episode of Seinfeld, the stock tip. Everybody loves Seinfeld. Loves Seinfeld. George, Jerry, Kramer, and Elaine with Gabe, Caleb, and Josh. Hey everybody, welcome to Everybody Loves Seinfeld. That's 1S, the podcast about Seinfeld, for Seinfeld. Hi, Jerry. I'm your host, Josh, and the sea was angry that day, my friends. I'm joined by Caleb.
Hi, Jerry.
And Gabe.
Hi, Jerry.
And guys, I wanted to get into some housekeeping. This is something that I feel like I keep meaning to bring up as part of the show, and I keep forgetting to. It's something important. The ideal way to watch this show is to first of all watch the episode of Seinfeld that we're going to be talking about. We haven't been mentioning this, encouraging the viewers and listeners to watch the episode before they join us. But I think it's a good idea. And I think that if the ideal way to start is to listen to this part of this podcast first.
Yeah.
And then go back to the, and watch watch the pilot, and then watch our first episode, and then go from there.
Yeah. So if you're going to recommend the show to anybody, then just make sure that you give them those instructions.
Yes.
Listen to the first, 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. And just make sure that you start here.
Yeah.
So are you saying they should, right when we're done talking about this segment, they should have already watched all 5 episodes?
Right. And if they should watch the first episode of Seinfeld, then watch or listen to our episode of Everybody Loves Seinfeld.
Okay.
And then go that way in sequence.
Okay. So I'm confused.
I'm just saying they start here. Right now.
Okay. Start here.
Yeah. And then go back.
Tell listeners to start at 5 and then go back to 1 on our episodes, or
it's how they do that is not my concern.
Right.
I'm just saying start
This is
right
where
here
you start.
at this part of the.
So
all right.
Welcome to Everybody Loves Seinfeld.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
And now goodbye. Go back and
enjoy it.
It's
it. Good.
Yep.
We like it.
Guys, let's do a quick quiz called By George. You each get 2 attempts at this. 2 attempts to answer. We're gonna have a quote from the man himself, Jason Alexander, and we are going to go through. I'll give you the quote with blanks. There are 3 blanks, and you each have 2 attempts to fill in all 3 blanks.
Okay.
So that means in one go, you need to get each word. Then you'll have another chance. If you get one right, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I think it should go back and forth.
Yes,
right?
it'll start with you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So Caleb, here it is with the blanks. I don't get blank over blank, only over blank.
I don't. Oh man. Okay. This is food. It's got to be food. I don't get dressing over salad, only over soup.
Okay.
Any of them right?
No, none of those are right.
Oh.
I don't get upset over chicken salad, only over tuna.
No.
Okay. I don't.
This is your last go.
I don't get rich over stocks, only over work.
No.
Okay. I don't get upset.
Okay. That wasn't right the first time.
Okay. Right. That's how this works. Okay. I don't get angry over money, only over sex.
Okay. Those are all wrong. I'm sorry. I'll give it to you here. I don't get nutty over packaging, only over content.
Oh my God.
Is that quote, and the quiz continues, is that quote a response to a question about A, shouldn't his picture be somewhere on the box for the Blu-ray Seinfeld Complete Series release? B, does he prefer vinyl or MP3s? C, doesn't it make him mad that Planters Peanuts added tear here to bags? D, chimpanzee brain served in a bowl versus directly from the skull. Warm skin still intact, top of the head removable like a lid.
D.
I'm going to say A.
You're going to say A? No, it is. Does he prefer vinyl or MP3s? You both lose.
Dang.
Okay.
But that's okay because we're moving on to
What
Seinfeld.
do we lose out on?
What do you lose out on? The opportunity to be right.
Okay.
Seinfeld news. Michael Richards glued his hand to a counter
Nice.
again.
Good.
This time it was a tally counter. You know, one of those little things you hold in your
Oh,
glove.
okay.
wow.
So he didn't want to lose it.
He was just keeping track.
Yep. It's one of those little devices that, you know, you might use to count crowds or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he was at a gathering counting the attendees. Unfortunately, that gathering was an Aryan Nations meeting. He claimed he was infiltrating the meeting
Okay.
and counting the attendees to make sure there weren't too many people there.
Okay. Right.
Yeah,
There's
so-
an acceptable amount of Aryan Nation.
Yeah, he just wanted to make sure it wasn't too many.
Okay.
His tally counter is probably not getting a lot of action, right? I mean, hopefully not at the Aryan Nation meeting, and definitely not at his shows.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely not at
Yeah.
his shows.
One and the same.
Right, right. Guys, it's time for our first segment, real segment. What's new, man? Open parentheses with you guys, close parentheses.
What's new? What's new? What's new with you guys?
Well, for me, it's I did remove my bidet. I was spending too much
Again?
time. Yes, I took the new one off. It was too good.
Mm.
And I was missing out on family time, missing out on work, missing out on my hobbies that I do love so much. So I did, and missing out on food. And surprisingly missing out on, well, okay.
Yeah.
So I did remove it, and so I was able to make it to my physical therapist
Nice.
appointment this week. I go in and meet my fat physical therapist, and he tells me how to make myself healthy. And I found out that he's also Mormon.
Cool.
Yes, we talked about temples,
Mm.
and he also seemed kind of
Is-
mad that some Christian groups don't accept them as
Mhm,
Christians. He was like, "Yeah," I asked him if they celebrate Christmas because I wasn't sure. I'm pretty sure they did, but I
Right.
wanted to make sure. And he said, "Yeah, yeah, we're Christian, like most people, but some people seem to think that we're not."
Right.
And I was just like, "Oh, well, uh-huh."
Gabe, what's new, man? Open parentheses with you, guy.
Oh,
Close parentheses.
it's been a pretty good week. I watched a movie directed by Ron Howard called Parenthood.
Parenthood.
I'm finally ready.
Uh-huh.
I have a child, so I watched it.
You've been waiting.
I've been waiting. Got it in the first year of my child's life.
Nice.
So yeah, I just felt it was so relatable,
Mm-hmm.
and I was watching it, and pretty early on, my wife and I and my child were sitting on the couch, and we were watching the first 15 minutes of this movie, and in the movie, Steve Martin's daughter tells him that she's feeling sick, and he goes, "Oh, what's wrong?" And then she like projectile vomits all over him.
Whoa.
And I just am really disgusted. As a new parent, I didn't realize that you have to worry so much about media influencing your children in
Mhm.
negative ways.
Mhm.
But basically, 1 minute later, my kid started puking,
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
puked all over us. Like within a minute of this scene happening in the movie, our kid just starts puking, projectile vomiting around the room. And I just couldn't believe it because it's something that I feel like I've heard people talk about for
Yeah.
years and just didn't totally buy into. But it's crazy. And kids will do anything that they see on
That they
TV.
see.
Yeah.
Was there a trigger warning at the beginning, like imitative behavior?
No,
No.
nothing
No,
like
see,
that.
that's-
Yeah,
Mm,
a real shame. So
that's crazy.
yeah, so
Life mimics art.
I guess you can say we're boycotting Ron Howard's works in our
No.
home.
Oh,
So
boy.
I'm
you
gonna
can't-
watch Willow one more time before.
Okay, so you
before-
can't watch Grinch?
Can't watch the Grinch.
Can I watch a Grinch?
Well, we'll probably
Can I watch
make
a
an
Grinch?
exception around Christmas.
Can I watch a Grinch?
I guess if we actually are pretty hard nosed about the Ron Howard boycott, it does mean can't watch the Grinch.
It means that. Well, and because one of the outcomes for that would be your daughter putting on a lot of practical makeup.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, and then she might try to steal Christmas,
Right.
which is my thing. I do that.
Yeah. That's not cool.
No, that's not cool.
There's Baby Grinch too.
Oh, is there a baby
I
Grinch?
think there's Baby Grinch in the Grinch.
I didn't know that.
We'll never know because
he
we can't watch it.
reproduces.
Is it like?
No, he doesn't. It's when he's
Oh.
a little baby.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I
It's
thought-
like they go into the backstory of Grinch.
Yeah. I would like to see Grinch start a family. Okay. Guys, do you want to know what's Newman with me?
No.
Okay.
I
Let's
do.
move on.
Carry on.
That's okay.
No, I would actually.
I was
am
just
curious.
saying that
It's-
to be
it's-
difficult, Josh.
Kayla, okay. Yeah.
That's all I was doing.
I feel like the show is falling apart around us
Yeah.
Yeah.
right now. One of the things is this.
On the mic, Josh.
One of the things is this.
There's a big thing there.
It got burned. We probably
It
can't see
burned?
it, but it got burned.
Yeah.
It looks like gum.
Well,
It's the only,
I'll
it's
tell
the
you
only thing
who
I'm thinking about.
definitely
Oh,
can't
boy.
see it is the listeners.
Yeah.
The listeners can't see it.
The listeners can't see
don't
it.
worry about what we're talking about.
So
Talking about the backdrop, and it got singed, and it's my fault, but it's also Gabe's fault, but it's mostly my fault.
it's probably my fault.
No, it's not your fault, but I did feel like, well, Gabe made the decision to put the thing too close to the heater over the
He
backdrop. Too
did.
close
I
to
saw
the
him
heater.
do it, and
Yeah.
And
I
was
also
like,
in my
I was
head-
like, that's fine. That's probably fine.
yeah.
And then I just turned the heater on. I was like, well, just and then.
So yeah, I was
So-
just
But
watching.
I'd like to blame it on Gabe.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. What's Newman with you, Josh?
Well,
yes, please.
this is long, so I don't actually. Let's not do that. Let's say
No,
that
come
was
on.
what's Newman with me was burning, was burning our backdrop. So, okay, but we have been asking for ads,
Oh yeah.
and we did actually
Oh,
get
did
an ad.
That's
Amazing.
So-
that's really incredible.
It is incredible.
Truly
We've been
amazing.
making the request, and if you request it, they will arrive. So what they requested
okay.
was for you guys
yes,
Okay.
perfect.
to go ahead and read this. They didn't want you to look at it.
Oh.
They just want you to read it cold.
Read it cold.
Oh,
okay,
gee.
let's
Okay.
do it. Who's
Okay.
first? Who's second?
I'll
That's
be
all
first.
I know.
I'll be first.
You guys choose.
You want to be first?
I'll be first.
Okay.
So wait, are you in here, Josh? Or
No,
just
just
me
you.
and Gabe?
Just you
Okay.
guys.
All right. Okay.
One moment.
This is the
All right.
copy they gave us.
Okay. Do I need to say the top part?
No, well, yeah, it's an ad for Mush Water.
Okay. Ad for Mush Water. Page 1 of 2.
You don't have to read that. I don't.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. So, all right. Hey, I'm a coffee salesman at the coffee shop. You used to buy coffee from me and I'd put it in a cup, but you stopped. Why?
Oh, I just found something better. I'm very casual.
Better than coffee? You gotta be joking me.
I am casual, but not casual and joking about that. What I found is way better.
Okay, all this playing around has simply got to end. Tell me what you found and the benefits.
Okay, bro. I drink this.
Hold on.
What?
Don't skip. Don't
Oh, it's
skip.
parenthetical. Okay, bro. Short for brother. I drink this. Let me hold it up for you to see.
What? That looks like mush. Like simply mush.
That's what it is, all right. I called it that because that's what it is and how it looks. It's mushrooms all smooshed up.
Weird mushrooms for health?
They're smooshed up criminy mushrooms from the grocery store. I smooshed them up and put water on them.
And they have benefits?
According to doctors, I'm not allowed to say that they do anything because they're smushed up mushrooms from the grocery store. Go on the internet and order yours from me today. Drinking smooshed up criminy mushrooms is better than coffee because you have to pretend, and that is what is creative.
The end.
Great job, guys.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
So it does.
Wow.
I did say order yours from me today. I have like a code, like an influencer has codes that I can give to.
It's
How does that work?
Yeah, no, I think the code is just order a bunch of mush.
Oh, okay.
Order a
great.
bunch of mush.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Order a bunch of mush.
Okay.
So
So
text
if you
that.
go on the internet and find that mush water, that's MUSHWTR, and then type in from when you get to the order a bunch of mush, then you get yours at probably some kind of discount, 10%,
Let's say 50.
50%
Yeah, it's a
discount.
50% discount on
So-
mush
Hey,
water.
why not 80?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it's,
okay, that's fine.
it's free for life.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Okay, guys, let's move on to our next segment. It's the synopsis.
Now it's time to summarize the episode of Seinfeld. Synopsis.
Guys, first of all, just impressions about the episode. Keep it short. Go, Caleb.
The episode was
That's good.
going.
Go
It
ahead.
went,
Yeah.
it went.
It played. I turned it on my TV. It
that's
played.
good. Good first thoughts. So what this episode is called, and it is the final episode of Seinfeld, is called the stock tip.
Yes.
And the reason why is because Jerry does get a stock tip from George, who got a stock tip from somebody else.
Mhm.
Yes.
And they want him to invest, don't
Right.
they? So they're going to put a bunch of money in, and then they have a guy who's advising them on when they're going to sell.
Right.
So that's an exciting setup. I wonder how it can go wrong. And boy, will it. Jerry, though, also wants to go on a weekend trip with his girlfriend. Do you remember her name? Caleb.
Valerie.
No,
Vanessa.
that is wrong. It is Vanessa. Remember?
I thought I'd throw a wrong one out first.
Okay, nice try.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I did it.
you succeeded
That's
beautifully.
why it was a good try.
It was a very good try.
Yeah.
He wants to, and we've seen her perhaps in another episode. We'll get to that. Kramer has an idea for a tie dispenser. Gabe, describe it.
So what he says is that you're going to be, you are going to be eating lunch before an important meeting.
You're going to do
and
that.
You are going to get mustard on your tie, and then you are going to just pull that tie off, and then another one comes down, and there you go. You're all set.
I like it
Yeah.
because also useful for bathroom emergency.
If you're in that situation, if
Yeah.
that's your life.
Yes.
Vanessa is from which previous episode? Please give me the actual name of the episode, not the number.
It is from the second episode, which was
I didn't want that.
which was
Didn't ask for it.
called the lock.
The stakeout.
Gabe
Stake out.
wins. Caleb
Yes.
loses.
What do I win?
Nothing.
Okay.
Elaine is in a relationship with a guy who has cats, and she's allergic. She wants to have the guy's cats killed.
Yes.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
That was good.
That was good. Sorry, pop quiz. What is the best way to kill cats? Don't say, because there's choices.
Oh, there's choices. Not just my favorite ways.
Well, okay. Let's go ahead and talk. We'll see. If,
Well, I don't know.
I
if
want to
we-
get. I
I
want to
don't
get
wanna
some.
spoil them.
I want to get. Well, that's what we'll see.
yeah.
I want to get
Maybe
some
some of
ideas.
these are
I
my
wanna get some
favorite ways.
ideas.
Maybe some of these are my favorite ways.
I'm interested in hearing what you were going to say right away.
Well, I was gonna say that one good way to kill a cat is to make it very curious.
That always kills them. That's
Yeah,
true.
That is true.
That-
They sit there and they get confounded.
That's
and then-
proverbial.
yeah,
Although
so
it's in the
Proverbially
proverb,
true.
it's
in the proverb, it is curiosity killed the cat. It doesn't say curiosity kills all cats.
yeah. I mean,
So-
yeah.
That is a good point.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
just
true.
talking about one cat.
cat that
Yeah.
died from it. That's true.
So
That you can't extrapolate.
Yeah.
from
What
there.
are you really learning? That's a stupid proverb.
yep, that's stupid.
I renounce it. So let's get to my my suggestions here, or
Yes.
basically the choices. I'm not suggesting you do any of these things. These are choices.
We all have choices that we can make in life.
Yeah. And so these are some. What's the best way to kill cats? A, smash them with bricks. B, put them in a paper bag, throw them off the popular NYC suicide bridge,
Yeah.
the Verrazano.
Verrazano.
Yeah. C, give the mice beef liver and Joe Rogan vitamins and bricks. D, strangle them and blame it on a vagrant.
So
Wait.
Sorry.
What was the third one?
was
the third one
give-
was what about mice?
Give them mice.
No, give the mice
The
beef-
mice.
So the mice that live in the apartment.
Okay.
Give the mice beef liver and
So
Joe
they're
Rogan vitamins.
strong.
They become strong, dangerous, huge,
Okay.
full
Right.
of testosterone.
Yes. Okay.
And
But what if a
and
cat
then also-
happens to kill one and then eat it and then it has?
It's not how it works.
Okay.
But also these mice have bricks.
Oh, you did say that.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
With
So-
bricks, it seems impossible.
So okay, do we need to hear the choices again?
Yeah.
Okay. A, smash them with bricks. B,
Verrazano.
put them in a paper bag, throw them off the Verrazano. C, give the mice, arm the mice. D, strangle them and blame it on a vagrant.
Okay. Okay. My question is the last part of the last question
Mhm.
necessary? What if you don't have time?
Blaming it on a vagrant.
Yeah.
That will consume time.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not strictly necessary. I think not getting caught is a good idea.
Right. So you
Right.
start off by going, I'm gonna do this really quick.
Yeah.
And then someone sees, and then you go home because you gotta.
Oh,
if
you
you're
think
blaming
they'll-
it on a vagrant, you go. You see all those strangled cats over there?
Yeah. Right.
Some homeless guy
Yeah.
just strangled a bunch of
Right.
cats over there.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah. You think that people will just naturally assume, oh,
Well,
Yeah, they'll see the strangled
A
cats and
vagrant.
go, well,
where there's
Wow.
smoke, there's fire. Sort
Yeah.
of situation.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so what is the correct answer?
C.
C, give the mice beef liver and Joe Rogan vitamins and bricks. Gabe, that is absolutely correct.
Well,
What do I
so
get?
so A is right too then.
A is right too. Smash them with bricks.
Yeah, 'cause the mice.
I don't think that follows.
Okay.
And the mice are an important component.
Okay.
It's not just
Okay.
the bricks.
Just saying the
It's-
bricks.
Caleb,
A
it's
is-
not just the bricks, it's the mice.
Here's what I'll say. Getting a bunch of cats and some bricks and then smashing the cats with bricks is a totally different operation than like over
I'm
a long
just
period
saying,
of time.
There's
Yeah.
bricks
You're like-
involved.
Yeah.
And so you could say that A is sort of subsumed by B or C or C.
Okay, I'll allow it. You're
Okay.
both. So I guess in this situation,
gonna say B.
It's Oh, you don't. You're not going to say that. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's wrong. That's just straight up wrong because it's
Yeah.
a paper bag.
Yes.
Why would you put
I
them
got
in a
it right.
paper bag?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Cloth.
Cloth.
So you fell for my trick.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, George and Jerry see the stock is dropping a lot. They want to contact their advisor, but they can't get a hold of him. He's not at his place of work. Another quiz. Speaking of work, where did Vanessa work? Buzz in to answer using a Seinfeld quote.
What's the deal with airplane food?
Not a real Seinfeld quote. Sorry, you
Okay, I don't
to
buzz in.
Gabe or to whoever.
Serenity now.
Serenity
Oh,
now.
shit.
That's one's actually not allowed.
Okay.
Okay. Festivus. Festivus.
Just the word. Okay,
guess.
fine. That's, I'm sure they said that at some point. Okay,
guess
you
I
buzzed
guess.
in properly. What is
Okay.
the name of the place where Vanessa worked?
Glock Winchester.
No.
No. It is something.
no, that was your
something,
answer.
Something,
That's
something,
done.
Something.
Yes, that's right. It is a number.
Smothers
it
Brothers.
is a number of
Steve
something.
Martin and Vietnam.
Strickland Boyle.
Are you buzzing in?
Oh shoot! Oh no! What if I buzz in with the name of
Yeah, if you get it correct,
I get it
I'll allow that. Go ahead.
Strickland Boyle Cooper Draper Price?
No.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Okay, it is
slipped my mind.
Sagman, Bennett, Robbins, Oppenheim, and Taft.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Because you failed that question, you have to answer a penalty question. What is the name of the actress who plays Vanessa? Just start guessing and please buzz in with a different Seinfeld quote.
Okay. Okay. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Okay. Susan Cooper.
No.
Levels, Jerry.
Good.
It's Vanessa Coleman.
Nope.
Oh.
The signs, Jerry. The signs.
No, that's yeah. Then actually, that is
It's a
that's
quote.
canon. That's canon. It's true.
Okay. Barbara Streisand.
No.
See, okay, we're buzzing in, but it's just all
Well, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to.
I'm trying. It takes that long to think
It's
of
just
quotes.
the limitations
it's
of
thinking
your small little minds.
Be a come with guy.
yeah.
Her name is. She's in Breaking Bad.
Her name is. She's in Breaking Bad. No.
Is it Julianne Moore or shoot? It's I'm waving people in all the time. Yeah. Get in.
There you go. There you go.
Is it Julianne Moore?
No. So that is a bit of a trick question because actually she was born without a name. She never had one and it hurt her career a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Moving on with the episode. Jerry can't stop checking the stock because he's losing so much money. If you're losing money and you want to stop thinking about it, what do I think is the best way to distract yourself?
Video games.
Video games?
What do you think is?
Yeah, I have it's multiple choice.
I think I know.
But
Is it giving the mice beef liver and Joe Rogan vitamins so that
okay,
they
whoa,
it
we're
breaks?
kind of in a it's related.
That- 'cause that
It's
sounds-
certainly related.
That would take my mind off of
Okay.
things for sure.
Good. Any other guesses as to what will be on the multiple choice?
Yeah, I want to see if I can get something that's on the multiple choice. I said video games. What about if you were to? What would Josh do? WWJD.
What do I think is the best way to distract yourself?
Yes. Is it with a computer?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Well, I guess it could be. I guess actually it could
Music?
be. No.
A piano?
I'm just going to read them. You
okay.
want me to read them?
Yeah.
Okay, multiple choice. A, watch The Big Short.
Nice computer.
No.
You could have a computer.
Yeah.
B, eat 1 pound of raw beef liver to raise testosterone levels.
Okay.
C, wash some Big Shorts.
Wash some big shorts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Instead
so
of watching
watch
the big short.
Short. Wash some Big Shorts.
Okay. Wow.
Yep. Doing laundry will take your mind right off it.
Yeah.
D, eat 2 pounds of raw beef liver to raise testosterone levels.
Okay. So those are two different options. One you think maybe is not going to be enough
Well,
to distract.
it's a question. It's really up to what you think I think would be the best way to distract
I
yourself.
think it's
Okay.
D.
I think it's D too.
D.
D.
I do too.
D is correct. That's good. Good job, guys.
Awesome.
You guys are way ahead. You're up at least 200 points.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's good.
Ahead
At this,
of.
yeah, at this point, that's actually really far ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Jerry and Vanessa go on a trip. Guys, how does that trip go?
The trip is not great.
It's not great.
I mean, it seems like it goes fine. It sounded like the plan was to go to a small B&B in Vermont, and that's what they do. So the trip is going according to plan.
That's interesting. I had not thought about it that way. It seems like they are having an unpleasant time. Did you not pick up on that?
well, no, they definitely were.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't. I mean, I feel like in the episode it wasn't made clear that they were gonna go to try to have a good time.
Oh,
was it?
It's true. They are
I guess
setting
it's
stuff up.
It's implied, I guess.
I mean,
It's
I would
somewhat
think.
implied.
I would think. Although I have to say, frequently when I've gone on a trip, it's been like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you make plans for it to be fun and then it rains.
And that might improve my experience of a trip if I just expected to not have a good time.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more about accomplishing the trip.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you plan the
Yes.
trip and you go on the trip,
Right.
but it's not about like the trip itself. Like you don't really enjoy
Right.
it
Yeah.
necessarily. I don't know. I guess I should have just watched more carefully because I felt like that was
That like they set an intention and then they did it.
Yeah.
and that was the point.
There,
Yeah.
The trip is, but that still is that it's not fun. It's not a fun trip.
Right.
Right. If they had said we're going to go on a fun
Interesting.
trip.
And that would
Yes.
also make sense because, remember the point that Jerry says initially is to move their relationship into the next phase.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though he does list some things about
some of them
are quite disrespectful.
yes, disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. And but one of the ideas there might be to destroy the relationship.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That could be the next phase.
Yeah.
Is
next
the
phase.
total annihilation of a relationship between Jerry and Vanessa.
It does depend on the relationship.
That's right.
Yeah.
For some reason, Jerry wants to know the name of her perfume,
Oh yeah, what's up with that?
and then she won't tell him.
Yeah.
And
Dysfunction.
yeah, and then he seems very irritated that she won't tell him. That becomes a major focus for Jerry.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I
Mhm.
totally resonated with that.
Yeah.
If I feel like I need to know the name of a
Right.
perfume,
Yeah.
then I'm really just not going to let that. I'm not going to let that go.
Right.
I think I'm going to just drive after it.
What was that?
What was that? Eating
Just-
air?
Yeah.
Stocking up.
Oh, stop for
Caleb
later.
was yawning, and then he
Yes.
decided to take a little extra, a
Well,
little
you know.
bonus for later.
For later.
It's good.
The thing with the perfume was strange to me because I've never asked a woman. You just say that smells nice.
Mhm.
You just say, hey, that smells
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
You just go.
It's
A
something.
woman walk past and you go, hey, that smells nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But guys, another quiz.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
What is the name of her perfume?
Sensual deviance.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, I'm not saying it is or isn't.
Oh, okay. But we're gonna continue to guess.
It's up for you to decide.
Okay. Let's
What
just
that
say
means.
that's what it is.
Floral scent.
Floral scent.
My mother.
My mother.
Okay.
Yearning.
Oh. By.
Chanel.
Oh.
That's
man.
what. That's the only one I know.
Mhm.
Okay. Earthy Tones by doTERRA.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay, guys. It was none of the above. I'm sad to say.
Jeez.
It was the Beverly Hills 90210 perfume from the TV show 90210, which came out in 1992.
Oh, cool.
So that was it. Also, when I Googled, I said perfume from the 80s, I put that into Google. I got an article back titled, Remember These 115 Popular Vintage Perfumes from
Whoa.
the 90s?
From the 90s?
It said, Remember these 115.
I can't remember 150
Yeah,
things. And anything.
Anything. Not a darn thing.
But I did like finding out that Beverly Hills 90210 had its own scent that they marketed.
That is insane.
It's pretty insane.
I like it though. I wish more TV
good
shows
business.
did that.
Yep.
I wish Seinfeld had its perfume.
Right. It should.
Or
What would that be? What would that be called?
Tuna.
Tuna. Tuna by
You know,
Seinfeld.
I did think it was funny that he said that lunch is based on tuna. I didn't
Wrote
understand
down,
this.
too.
I even like tuna fish.
Yeah.
I like it. But goodness gracious, that's just not true.
It
There's
was-
no way around
You know,
it.
it's funny because when I saw him say that, I thought that was very much the way that I felt
I
in the 90s.
Yeah.
believe
personally.
it.
Yeah.
That was
I
ate tuna fish for lunch like every day.
yeah.
You know?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm not a big tuna fish person. Do you know how big those things are?
Yeah, they're
They're
huge.
huge.
About as big as
fish.
a person.
Yeah.
They're huge. No, they're bigger than people.
Well, what about like a really big guy like Andre the Giant?
Yeah. Are
Okay.
they bigger? Okay, listen, Caleb, are they all
Okay.
bigger than Andre the Giant, the tunas? Huh?
Some of them are like 500 pounds.
Yeah, they're big. Big
That's a
boys.
huge tuna.
Isn't that insane?
That's massive.
Isn't
That's
that insane?
bigger than Andre the
Totally
Giant.
insane.
I watched a short clip of a television where they were competing. Tuna guys are competing to get the best, make the most money out of tuna.
Make the most money out of tuna.
Sorry?
Yes, make the most money, like because there's different quality, and
Oh,
then
I
you
see.
get different price
right.
per pound.
Okay, well, we'll definitely do an episode about that
Yeah,
show
Okay.
totally.
eventually.
Just do a short one.
Jerry sells his stock. George keeps his. It turns out George, what happens with George?
George is rolling in it. At the end, there's a scene where they do have him just rolling in it. And it's at first you don't know exactly what's happening,
Right.
Because you just see bills kind of floating about.
And it's not
And then
that
George-
many bills.
It's not so many.
No, it isn't.
But
You see 8 $1,000 bills.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of rustling around.
and
But then George pokes out, and
Yeah.
then you understand the scale. These
Yeah.
bills are huge.
they're huge.
Are huge.
They're
bills.
novelty
Yeah.
bills.
And he sticks his head out and he
Practically.
goes, "Wow, this is the life for me."
And he's got that cigar.
He's got that cigar.
Yeah.
If you were going to treat your friends, would you take them to a diner?
Yeah,
And buy
definitely.
them whatever they wanted at the diner?
I would do that.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't. I don't know about smoking a big cigar and talking
Yeah.
to other people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
totally.
I think that you would be all over that, man. I'll be honest. I think you'd be
The other
right
guy?
there. Yeah. I think you'd be right in George's shoes, right what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think you'd be
Me
doing it.
personally?
You.
too? Would
No,
you do
no.
that?
Oh, no, not me. You
Yeah.
would, though.
Okay.
I think you would.
Interesting.
I mean,
'Cause
I thought so.
Yeah, it was interesting because he seems to really be enjoying his little conversation that he breaks off.
Yes.
To start the scene in the
Yes.
show.
Yes. Oh, remind me.
He says, I love this guy, James.
I love this guy.
Or I love James, I love this.
Yeah, he's talking to
He's
a
talking to
guy
James.
just James.
a guy at the counter, and then he goes, and then he goes back to his friends who
Right.
are all they're kind of tired of him being so rich.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and actually, I was pretty tired almost immediately of George being rich.
Right.
Yeah, I
Because
don't like seeing him like
it was
that.
successfully the most irritating person I've ever encountered. Like,
and he takes
he
$1
really-
back
Yeah.
yeah.
from the tip.
$1.
$1.
$1. How many total dollars could that
Right.
tip have
Fulfilling
been?
the classic stereotype of Italians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Bad tippers.
And yep. And Larry
No.
Costanza in particular.
Yes. Larry Costanza?
yeah, Larry Costanza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Larry George Costanza.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Well, the one of the writers of Seinfeld went on to do a lot with tips.
Yes.
Really, and that's Larry.
Are you talking about
Costanza.
Larry Charles?
That's Larry.
Oh.
It was Larry Charles.
Yeah.
Larry Charles did
Yeah.
Tips and Borat.
Yeah. Guys, do we have another quiz in us?
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Let's
Only
If it's quick.
only if it's
quick.
there.
it's quick. What do you mean?
Only if there is another quiz.
Well, there is another quiz.
Okay.
Up. That sound means it's time for another round of By George.
Yes.
You have 2 attempts to fill both blanks. When he was a child, Jason Alexander's dreams were crushed when he was told that his blanks were too small for blank.
Sorry, repeat it again.
When he was a child, Jason Alexander's dreams were crushed when he was told that his blanks were too small for blank.
His muscles were too small for swimming.
His eyes were too small to see.
Ooh.
Out of. Seeing. Foreseeing.
Foreseeing.
Right.
Okay.
His
Interesting.
eyes were too small.
No,
for seeing.
these are both wrong.
Okay.
Second attempt.
His feet were too small for tapping.
That's in that. I'll tell you that's sort of within an area.
Oh, man.
Sort of. None of those are correct, but
Gabe.
Okay.
Gabe.
He was devastated to hear that his hands were too small for a pair of gloves that he got.
Okay, hands is correct.
Okay.
Whoa.
But too late. You still lose.
Oh.
You're down about. You've lost most of those 200 points, both of you.
Shoot.
His hands.
Who are we ahead of?
His hands were too small for card magic.
Oh.
I would have accepted magic, which is why I
Magic.
didn't do
Okay.
two
Two
blanks.
blanks.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
Man.
Where was he told this? A, magic camp. B, tiny hand camp. C, bummer camp. It's depression camp. Sounds like summer camp. It's where you send children to become depressed, destroy their dreams. D, concentration camp. Not what it sounds like.
Okay.
Children learn to manufacture orange juice.
Okay, cool. So bummer camp also seems like there's like another could mean something
Yeah.
else.
Right.
Yeah.
It,
Okay.
It invites
But I could see
that ambiguity.
But
Okay.
I could see how D, the concentration camp
Mhm.
where you're making orange juice,
Right.
they could be like, your hands are too small for card magic, but they're perfectly
Perfect.
sized for manufacturing orange juice.
Right.
Yep.
That's true. There
Yep.
could be that side of it.
Yeah.
And depression camp, it's like you also would be like maybe that's where you go after you find out,
Mm-hmm.
or that's something they tell you there in order to break you down.
It's got to be magic.
They know
camp.
that your dreams are to go to magic camp next summer,
Right.
and so they tell you at bummer camp,
Yeah.
well, your hands will be are too small to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that one.
You think it's that one?
I think it's
It's time for
magic
final
camp.
answers.
Final
Magic
answers?
camp. A, magic camp.
Gabe chooses a magic
I
camp.
say bummer camp. Bummer camp.
Okay. Well, this is where the rubber really meets the road because now Gabe is in the lead because it's definitely magic camp. That's what it says on the Wikipedia. Go check it out. Go check out Jason Alexander's. Just go to wikipedia.com and just type in Jason Alexander. You'll go right to it.
And his page is semi-protected, so
Yeah.
you have to be on an approved list of IP addresses in order to make any changes to it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
freaking stupid.
Yeah.
Dumb quiz.
Well, okay, guys.
I like the quiz.
Final thoughts on this episode. Just wait.
Okay.
It has to be
Do we-
10
do
has
we
to be
have a
10
list?
words.
Do we have
No.
a list of
It has to be
right
10
answers?
words and you cannot use the letter M. Go, Caleb.
Crater is very excited that anarchists are huge.
That
He can
okay.
leave a couple words over. Do I get 12 now?
No,
No, those are non fungible
Oh.
go ahead.
or fully
Um,
fungible. I guess
They're
they're
funged.
they've been funged.
Jerry hates dry cleaners, wants revenge, gets it.
Okay. Wow. That was how many was that? That was
Jerry hates dry cleaners.
are you counting that as 2 or 1?
Well, it's a hyphenated word, right?
I think you can count it as 1 if you need to. But I don't think you need to.
Wants revenge, gets it.
Yeah. Wow,
I'm
another
under.
8.
Other 8. So next
Okay.
time, just give us 8.
Okay. I'll give you 8
I'd-
next time.
Let's just okay.
Okay, mine was good, funny characters, except don't see Elaine kill cats. Skippable.
That. Oh, yes,
skippable.
Skippable.
I'll add mine in
That
there.
would have been my
Yeah,
last
skippable.
word.
Your 9th word. Guys, that's it for our synopsis. It's time now to get to our mail segment. The mail never stops, Jerry.
Jerry. The mail never stops, Jerry.
And this is also a part of the show where it's just men in this segment for just
Yes.
male segment.
This is for the guys.
Yes.
well, and it's just by
For
us
the
guys.
boys. And
This
it's-
part of the
that's right.
show.
Yes. The
Now that-
mail never stops.
now that we've
Yeah.
gotten to
Right.
this point in the show, it's
Yeah.
just
Just
guys.
male.
If they're right.
Yes. That's a good point. We'll have to bring that out in the future.
Yeah.
So guys, we've got the same correspondent
Oh, no.
again. Well, remember last.
I don't know.
I
You have
kinda
like some
felt
kind of
for-
soft spot for Jake.
Well, I felt like he expressed like loneliness and all that. So it seemed like, it changed my attitude. So, and he also pointed out an error. I appreciate that. I appreciate, I don't hold that kind of thing against somebody pointing out when I'm wrong. So it's kind of turned it around for me. But we have been pissed off at Jick Tarwell in the past. So, but here we go. We're gonna hear him out on this one. So Jick Tarwell from Bastard, Kentucky says, "The news is like bad wind because it smells evil. My news is I lost another toe fighting Pastor Scrimshaw's snapping turtle for money." That's just, I guess, what's going on with him. Seinfeld is funny, but it's not as funny as Ryan Reynolds. Why is Seinfeld not as funny as Ryan Reynolds?
Well, that's
wow.
that's
so
Deep vein.
yeah.
that
It's
has
It's the attitude.
that is the thing it's the attitude there that really pisses me off, makes me mad at Jick Tarwell. I have no respect for you.
Honestly, Josh, I was actually saying it's the attitude that makes Ryan Reynolds funnier.
Oh no.
What?
See, this is
If
the
I'm
thing.
being honest.
This is what is so frustrating is that it's nonstop. People are comparing Seinfeld to Ryan Reynolds, and I'm like so sick of it.
I
I'm
am
done
too.
with it. I'm over it.
I am too, because it was closed and done a long time ago for me.
That Ryan Reynolds is funnier
Yeah.
because of the attitude.
Okay,
Just the attitude.
interesting. What
Just the attitude.
in his work has made you feel that way?
It's Mint Mobile.
His Mint Mobile ads,
Yeah. His attitude.
his attitude
He seems
there.
like a guy you just are enjoying the ad about this. He got the guy on there from the first customer. And
What?
And
I do not like those ads. To me, it's like,
I don't really too, but his attitude is funny.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the classic sitcom Seinfeld is funnier than Ryan Reynolds, like definitively.
to me, it's the only answer. It makes me.
Wow.
I'm angry with Jick, but I'm also angry with you.
I don't
Because-
like Jick either.
Don't you?
but
You
he
so
brings up a good point this time.
so you think that Ryan Reynolds, his stupid face,
yeah.
you like that attitude, the smarminess, the like.
It's not even really that I like it. It's just that I think it is funnier than Seinfeld's attitude.
Now, okay, I did want to bring up one more thing about this episode,
Okay,
which is that
and you should have put it in your final thought.
that's true. That's
No.
true.
Yeah.
I know.
you're
I
right.
actually do.
You're absolutely right.
No, I want to hear it, Gabe. Especially since you've sided with me against Caleb
Thank
about
you.
Ryan Reynolds. So you have earned 200 extra points, and Caleb
Yes.
lost about 1,000 points.
So, yeah, I just thought it was funny that Jerry didn't know what dry cleaning was
Yes.
because he describes it as rubbing, your shirt with your hand. And I
Yeah.
was like, you idiot. That's what dry cleaning is. They do that at
Yeah.
you drop it off, they wipe it off with their hands
Right.
and then they hang it back up.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you're so out of touch
Right.
with reality. You don't actually
Yeah.
understand.
This is a thing that
going on.
happens when comedians stop taking the bus.
yeah.
They
Yes.
lose touch.
Right.
Yes.
He doesn't understand that he drops it off and it's just half a dozen people back there with all of the garments of his
He
clothing
says it
and they're
in
just
the bit.
furiously
He,
rubbing.
yeah,
He says it in there
he says,
like
"What are
it's
they
a
back
joke.
there doing
Yeah.
that?" And you're like,
Like
yeah.
it's a joke.
Well, and it's funny because he says that's dry cleaning and then it cuts to an audience shot. And
Right.
very prominently featured in this audience shot is a woman who's not laughing
Yeah.
or reacting to what he said.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I could not have felt more seen in that
Yes.
moment.
Yeah.
It was just
And she looks down
incredible.
at her thumb, and you can see that she has a slightly, like a pretty
Green
long thumb, and
it's
it's
green.
and it is green. And and I did, if I had walked past that woman, I would have gone, looking good.
Looking good. I wouldn't, because I'm actually boycotting green
Yeah.
people, and so
Yeah.
Can't watch the Grinch.
Can't watch the Grinch. Can't watch the Grinch.
Can't watch the Grinch.
Guys, that's the end of the show. Across the board, you can find us on various platforms as Everybody Loves Seinfeld. That's one S. Get on YouTube, subscribe. Maybe you're watching us there right now. Subscribe. Click that link. Click the notifications bell. Like the video.
Please like the video.
Yeah. We have an audio-only version up on the podcast platform. Subscribe over there if you're listening on a podcast platform. Hey, you've heard about the YouTube channel. Go check it out. That's it, guys. You can write to us at everybodyloveseinfeld@gmail.com. Also, even though we've gotten an advertiser, we're still looking for more advertisers. So send us an email about that. Until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Caleb. Bye, Jerry.
I'm Gabe. Bye, Jerry.
See you later, Jerry.